folks stop at truck stops. They just naturally think they should, 'cause they figure any place a truck driver eats, the food's just got to be good. So they go in there amongst all them truck drivers, sitting around talking low. They're talking about women and stuff like that, and how fast them trucks will go. There's the little old place out on 66 where a lot of the drivers stop and get their kicks. A reckless eyeballing this waitress they got called Flo. There's always a bunch in here hanging out, cutting up and talking about how she wiggles when she walks and stuff like that, and how fast them trucks will go. What's the wonder a feller can sit down and eat is how many eggs are his bread and meat with a good-looking woman like that around and on the go. First thing you know, you get to fidgeting and fussing and nudging one another instead of discussing how she wiggles when she walks and stuff like that, and how fast them trucks will go. Old Flo, she just takes it all in stride and swells all up with her woman pride. She's tickled plumb pink you come in to see the show. She throws a little old extra wiggle in that walk, and you just sit there and grin and talk about homemade loving and stuff like that, and how fast them trucks will go. I can't explain how it makes you feel, but you tip her $5 on a $2 meal. Get yourself together and start heading out kinda slow. While you're pushing that diesel on down the line, you get to thinking about your woman you left behind, and how she wiggles when she walks and stuff like that, and how fast them trucks will go.
Those hard-driving truckers here jamming day and night have got a real tough job to stand up to. Eyeballing down the highway in a big long diesel rig is not a job just anyone can do. But there's a lot of credit due to a fine group of girls. They're the truckers' wives who wait for their men. When they kiss them goodbye and watch the taillights fade, it's a lonely wait until they're home again. He may be gone 3 days or maybe 2 weeks, and everything is left in her care, like paying bills and cutting grass and fixing kids their meals. She's the woman behind the man behind the wheel. This special breed of woman has to share a love affair with that long stretch of highway on his mind. But she knows that he loves her more than anything. She's a trucker's wife, and that's the greatest kind. And as he sips his coffee, you can bet she's on his mind. Oh, when he's driving down that highway all alone, and that sleeper sure gets lonely, parked at a big truck stop, compared to being in her arms at home. Now we've sung songs and praises about the trucking man, and they're true, but let's save one little spiel for all the truckers' wives, because after all, she's the woman behind the man behind the wheel. She's the woman behind the man behind the wheel. sure does fit me, 'cause I'm a truck driving man. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put a nickel in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. I climbed back aboard my old semi, and then like a flash I was gone. I got them old truck wheels to roll. I'm on my way to San Antonio. When I get my call up and going, they take me away from this land. I'll herd my old truck up to heaven, 'cause I'm a truck driving man. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put a nickel in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. Started shooting the pinball and started to lie. For a truck driver's job, I qualified. I got the job and started up the road. I got lost on the very first load, but that's truck driving. Well, I asked a man at a country store how to get on the route to Baltimore. He spit his tobacco with a twisted smile, said you have to go back about 25 miles, but that's truck driving. Well, I got back over on the right route. I wound it up and let it all hang out. It was almost through the Carolina State. Looked at my watch and I was 3 hours late, but that's truck driving. A little farther up across the line, I met some cowboy that give me the wine. I passed another truck and a couple of cars at 60 miles an hour running through radar, but that's truck driving. Well, the trooper that stopped me, his face was frowned. He stood 6'6" and weighed 300 pounds. I couldn't get a break from that hard-boiled cop. He hauled me off to the JP shop, but that's truck driving. I left the JP shop at 4:45. Forgot I was over on my drive. I got to the scales at 9:30, and that's where I paid a big, big fine, but that's truck driving. I left the scales and went on up the road, and I found the place I supposed to unload. The consignee there was grouching slow. A pinball machine got the rest of my dough, but that's truck driving.